Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? Okay, so I'm a little bit of a wreck right now. Thank you guys so much for coming and seeing me and seeing my new show. I'm going to say hi to everybody. Let's see. Hi, B. Hi, Riddy. Hi, Janelle. What is that StreamYard thing? Get up out of here. Let's see. Oh, look, it doesn't say it. Oh, yay. Hi, Ashley. Listen, Ash, I've had so much technical difficulties. What? Can you guys hear my teddy?
Put your frame up.
Oh, right. Why didn't it do that? That's weird. Boom. You guys like that? My new frame. Okay, so, hi. Did I say hi to Janelle already? If I did, then you get two. Hi, Ashley. Yep, no readings today, guys. Not on my podcast. Yes. Hi, Kel. What? It was 12 to 14. Yes. Okay, what's up? Can you guys see my phone? Look, I'll show you Teddy. He's on here with me. Oh, maybe I can't. Oh, wait, I'll show you. He's waving to you guys. Hi, everybody. So Teddy's my technical advisor for Reels. And he's been helping me because I was a shit show. Look, I was gonna make my hair all cute, but listen, it's still sweaty from the 96-degree weather that we're having here in the Rochester, New York area. So, hi, Christina. Oh my gosh, I have my friends here, so I feel better. I have Teddy on my right, and I have all of you guys here in front of me. But Teddy gets my profile. You guys get my full face. Okay, so how about we talk about what this show is all about? If you read the description, it said we're going to be talking about everything from sex to psychics to the spiritual to the mundane. So that is definitely what we're going to be talking about. It even says on my picture that I'm just a mom, that I'm just all the roles I play, right? And I have a ton of them, just like you guys do. The thing is not everybody gets to see, like, you know, the spiritual person that they have that reads their cards, that does whatever spiritual stuff for them, right? So you don't see like the weird little crazy things that goes on in their brain. And listen, I'm going to share some of those with you, and I'm okay with that. Hopefully you guys laugh along with me. But sometimes we're going to have like my friends on the show, and you guys will literally hear what it's like to have conversations with my friends. And sometimes it's my spiritual friends. Sometimes it's my sister and my cousin and my daughter and my niece, and how ridiculous. And my Teddy Poo Poo, of course. And just all the things that, you know, sometimes you guys don't have the chance to hear, but that I'm going to try and give you the opportunity here to hear, okay? And see on the lives. This will be streaming to podcast locations. Hi, Larry. So it'll stream to like, what is it called, Teddy?
Spotify, iHeart,
Spreaker.
iTunes,
Spreaker. And all those podcasting. Spreaker pushes it out to all of the other ones that we do it to. So that's good. Christina said, oh, I love this. We're going to put that one up. You're not just a mom, etc. You're Cindy. Aw, I love you too. Hi, Beverly. And see, the thing is I want you guys to see, listen. sometimes I'm an ego, sometimes I'm not, right? And ego is, that's why I have this literally on my wrist. So you guys can see that sometimes I'm in my head, just like you guys are in your head. And it's okay, because this is a human experience, right? We're not perfect, and we will never be perfect. But if you guys can see that you can have your spiritual journey and still be a human being and not be like the gurus that we see on TV, like I can remember like going to a leadership development class, and they're all like, oh, well, and I'm just like, this is a leadership development class. I'm like, I'm so confused. Like, you're trying to tell me to be a certain way and be accepting of everybody, but I see that you're not doing the same. So that's kind of, I don't understand. It was like a miscommunication to me, right? So the thing is sometimes we need to understand that the people that we look up to aren't always like on a pedestal. Listen, don't put me on a pedestal. I'm just an everyday normal human being. But the thing is listen, I swear like a trucker, I'm going to treat you guys like you're my friends. That's what I'm going to do. So we're going to have in-depth conversations about sex. So I will let you know when we're talking about sex, so you don't have to tune in that day if you don't want to. But if you do want to tune in, then come and listen to our antics on sex, right? And you'll know when, we have these things coming up, because it'll be in the description of the show. Okay. You guys can ask questions also. I'm going to try and keep up on these. Ooh, I love that one, Janelle. Can you tell me what it means to find different size feathers in your path? Listen, I love finding feathers. I wish I had my feather. So I literally had a hawk that had there was a tree. I was running. And so as I was running, there was a tree on my right and the telephone line on my left. And this hawk kept like circling, and then it sat on the tree branch. And then it literally was watching me. I kid you not when I'm saying this. Then it literally went to the telephone pole, and as I was getting closer, it went back to the tree. And then as I was it was literally over my head, and all of a sudden, boom, it literally leaves a feather for me. I can't make this up. I'm not kidding you when I say this. I know this hawk gave me this feather, and then he sat on the telephone pole waiting for me to pick it up. And as soon as I picked it up, I turned and looked at him, and I said, thank you so much for this beautiful gift. And he literally cawed. I kid you not. He cawed. If he caws, but he made a bird sound. And then he flew back to the tree, and I continued running. And I said, thank you so much. And he just kept watching me and going back and forth until I was out of sight. It was the craziest thing. So do I think feathers mean something? Absolutely. There is a book by Ted Andrews, and it's, let me think of the name of it. It's like Your Animal Spirits or something like that. And it's an amazing book. Like, and I just look up, like, it's under the birds of a feather category. And so whatever type of bird it is, I would look up what that meaning was for that bird. So, it literally depends on what the symbolism for you. Birds generally mean, freedom, right? But it depends, because if you have an owl feather, like, there's a lot more meaning having to do with an owl. If it's a hawk feather, it's certain meaning for that as well. Hey, Ernie, I don't see him in here. Hi, Teddy Poo Poo. I see you in there now. Hi, Summer. So it depends on what kind of feather it is, Janelle. I always accept the gift of especially if the hawk is right in front of you, you accept the gift and you have gratitude. Hi, Gabriella. Hi, Amy. So yeah, it depends. I definitely think it's a good thing, to be honest. And I definitely think it's part of your spiritual journey. And a lot of times spirit is opening you up to that specific message regarding your, regarding that animal that it came from. Does that make sense? So yeah, it depends on what it is that has to do with that animal, that specific bird. And you can even just go into Google or Safari, whatever your operating system, and say dove feather, right? Because sometimes if it's just a feather and you don't know what it is. I also believe that feathers like that, when you just keep coming across them in your path, a lot of times it means that angels are watching or their spirit that's around you. So if you had somebody that just passed, definitely I would think it's them that's giving you a message that they're okay. Definitely. So those are the two different scenarios that I would have for feathers, especially if they're dropping it, or that could be a spiritual meaning that you need to look at specifically, or that angels and spirit is there with you. Okay. But those are both amazing and fabulous reasons to have feathers around you. So I always look at feathers as an amazing gift. Does that make sense? Let's see. Oh, Ashley, thank you so much. You love my hair up. Listen, I was upset because I didn't have enough time because of the technical difficulties. I couldn't even do readings today because it took longer with my mom at her appointment than I thought it would. And so then I came on here and I'm like, holy shit balls. I don't know what I'm doing right now. So my lifesaver, Teddy, was helping me. And so listen, the place that I had you guys subscribe, the psychic, a happy medium on YouTube. Yeah. Seems like that one's not mine anymore. So what I'll be doing is I'm going to be sending out the links when you guys get the new link for that. I'll probably at least share it on my Psychic Cindy page so you guys know. And then you can go and start liking that page or subscribing to that page, however it is. I can't even think right now. Whatever you have to do on YouTube, just hit that button. And the faster that I can get up to 100, then I'll be able to title it whatever I want. So I think if I'm going to use the same one I have right now, it's titled Happy Medium. But I may change it now because it was Just Cindy, and that's what I was going to keep it as. But guess what? I can't even use Just Cindy as my YouTube name because it's already used. So I'm going to be thinking, and if you guys have any suggestions of what my YouTube channel should be, then you can certainly, because it'll be Just Cindy, and it's not just my psychic stuff. I'm not going to be doing any psychic readings as far as I can see right now. With my Just Cindy page. It's my podcast. So the psychic part of me will still be on YouTube, and the Psychic Cindy on YouTube, and just Psychic Cindy on Facebook. So what's that?
What days? What days so I can put it in the thing here?
What days?
What days do you do big readings?
Oh, Tuesdays is when I do my free live readings. It's every Tuesday. So it's Teddy always calls it Taco Tuesday. And I'm like, it's Tarot Tuesday. He's like, it's Taco Tuesday. So I'm like, Tarot Taco Tuesday. So yeah. I don't have my lashes on today, girls. I don't even have eyeliner on the top of my eyes. Oh, I didn't put my... Listen, Teddy, I can't believe you didn't say anything to me already.
What?
I didn't put my let there be light. I didn't have my light on my face.
Ring light.
Yes. Teddy always is telling me, where's your light on your face? Let's see. Hi, Lisa. Oh, WLFE in the house. So WLFE DB Radio is the network that I am associated with. If you guys should happen to want to start your own podcast, please check out WLFE DB Radio, because seriously, when I tell you, we have lots of different things and we're always looking for new podcasts to start on the network. So we try not to have some of the same, like Teddy, it has his Talk with Teddy, and it's hysterically funny. And he has musicians, and he has all kinds of people. It's a variety show. Mine, what would we call mine?
Mature.
Judd just said mature, meaning it's mature audiences only. I have comedians for sons, seriously. So let's see. Was I just thinking? I don't know if I would call myself a variety show. I don't think so.
No, you're more like
Talk
you're just a talk show.
A talk show. Yeah, we're just a talk show, basically. Yes, mine is definitely just a talk show. And then we have Where's the Sage?
Yeah.
We have we have Paratalk Radio on there as well, which is Teddy and I's other show, Talk with Teddy.
Yeah.
We have Metalmania.
Yeah, Inside the Drag Closet with Jade.
Oh, Inside the Drag Closet with Jade.
DeVere, yeah.
Jade DeVere. And what else do we have, Teddy?
There's 9 of them. I can't remember.
There's
them all.
9 different shows that we have on there now. So, yeah, you guys need to check it out. Step into the Paranormal. That's right. Ernie and Dave.
You have Pam and Steve Berry with their show, which is
Ghostly Encounters? No.
no, it's called shit. I can't even. That's terrible. Showcasing the Paranormal.
Oh, it's Showcasing the Paranormal. That's really good. Oh, Gabriella, I'm sorry. I'm not doing no readings on this show. I'm sorry. So Thursdays from normal time will be 7 to 9 p.m. Oh, you're welcome. Hi, Carmen. Listen, Carmen, I'm sorry. I had so many problems here too. Poor Ashley and poor Carmen. I'm sorry.
You got one asking about an app for the network, and basically they can just go to Spotify or SoundCloud.
Hi, Tom
or
Nally.
even
Tom Nally says, Cindy, hi, Ted on the phone. Tom, thanks. That was awesome. Did you hear Teddy? He's like, thanks, Tom. Is there an app for the network? I don't think we have an app. We should. I actually have Ashley. Is Ashley on here still? Ashley, I think it's Nylex.
Spreaker or Spotify or SoundCloud. They all have the apps and they have us on it.
Yes, that's true. Ashley Nylex, are you still here? Maybe we should talk to Ashley about doing an app.
All right.
Ashley Perry says, what are some of the first steps you should take in for your spiritual journey? So listen, when it comes, thank you so much, Ashley, for such a good question. So one of the things that I definitely think you have to be in the right type of frame of mind, right? Because when you're starting on your spiritual journey, you have really decided that you're going to work on yourself. So before you can do anything, I really feel like it's the starting and the opening up of allowing and trusting and loving yourself. So the first steps I would say is to open your heart to loving yourself. Because the thing is you really are going to open up other avenues that you didn't really realize that you needed work on. Sometimes you feel like you're confident or your self-esteem is really in a good place. But then you realize when you look back on your spiritual journey and you're like, wow, I'm in such a different place than I was 6 months ago, a year ago. And then you sit there and you look at yourself, you're like, wow, I thought I had self-confidence then, but now, what? So much self-confidence. My self-esteem is amazing. My self-love is amazing. Like loving yourself in every aspect of yourself. And the first way, number one way to start loving on yourself is, are you guys ready? Number one way to start loving on yourself is to stop putting down yourself or using words or sentences like, oh, I'm so dumb. Stop saying that. You're not dumb. Yes, you can. And I've literally talked to him about this. Or I'm such a dumbass, right? My mom said 2 things today and I caught her on both of them. And I'm like, she said something and I can't, because I blocked it out. I don't want her saying these things about herself. So I said, stop it, Mom. I'm like, don't talk about yourself like that. And she's like, whatever. And I said, no. I said, that's my mom you're talking about. Don't say that. You know, so I really firmly believe in talking yourself up. I'm so smart. I'm intelligent. Look in the mirror and say, I love you. We talk about this even on my Psychic Cindy stuff, because this is how huge and important it is, especially on your spiritual journey. Accepting yourself is the most important fact and feature of your spiritual journey. If you do not love yourself in every little minute cell of your body, how are you going to be accepting of or trusting when your intuition is telling you something? If you don't love yourself and you don't trust yourself, how are you going to trust when spirit's talking to you, right? And I mean, these are some things that we may be talking about as well, but now I literally have like pages of things that we will be talking about. And let's see some of the things that I have here. Okay, I'll literally get it out. You don't know how creepy that is. Do you hear Jet singing made up songs? He's hysterical. Oh, Jansen's singing made up songs. Jet. Okay, so, oh my gosh. Okay, so listen. So I have, this is hysterical. So we're going to talk about dating, right? Being single and being psychic and dating. And how about having some of the horror stories of some of the dates I've been on, and or even some of my ex-boyfriends? Not that I'm bashing them, because I will not say their names, but if they identify with it, well, that's on them, because it probably is about them. But I decided that I wanted to title that one Tales from the Crypt. Isn't that hysterical, Teddy? I want to call it Tales from the Crypt, and then I want to like have like I got to get somebody to do the animations, because I want the Crypt Keeper bringing out like Cindy's dates. Anyway, so I'll just amuse myself if I'm not amusing you guys. Summer said an app would be awesome, Teddy. So we're definitely going to have to think about an app for WLFE. Hi, Gene Fury. Summer said an app for WLFE would be awesome. That would be fantastic. Yep. So let's see. Tom Nally says, I have confidence in sunshine. I have confidence in rain. I have confidence that spring will come again. Sometimes, or besides what you see, I have confidence in me. It's a song. That's a song, I think. Or is it a poem, Tom? Kathy DeGraw, hey girl, having a moment, just needs roam time away from current shoot. Wait, what? You know, LOL, have a great week. Aw, thank you. My phone is having issues, apparently. I'm like, is it speaking French to me? I'm so confused right now. Because it definitely sounds like it's speaking French. Fromage choux. Just needs roam time away from our shoe. Hi, Jessica Lindner Tracy. How are ya? Yeah, so Tales from the Crypt is some of my dating horror stories. So
you might want to tell them when your normal times your podcast?
Yes, I did say that. I said the normal time is Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. We're going to definitely be going there because I had issues tonight. That's why we're on later than normal. So right now I think it's slated for 8:30 to 10:30. And then so normally it won't be this late. It'll be 7 to 9 p.m. And so if you guys need to go and see, I think Chanel's Stone show starts at 10, right? So Chanel M. Fletcher on Facebook, she does have her live Stone shows at 10 p.m. on Thursdays. I didn't want to intrude on her, so I am cutting in a half an hour. But if you want to hop off with me and go see Chanel and her Stone show, I understand completely. I would appreciate you supporting my friend Chanel as well. Ashley says, hi, Kylie. Well, I'm on my first spiritual journey and my oldest son is taking it with me. So that advice is great. Thank you. We both feel like we have always been more towards the spirits. We just been fighting them for years. I understand completely. This week we had so much happen we cannot fight them anymore. Listen, it really does work out that way. I'm not even kidding you, Ashley. It's crazy how much when you're being called to listen and pay attention to spirit that they will get your attention. It's unbelievable. Yes. I mean, I can have my cousin Kelly on here just testifying right now too. When spirit wants me to know and understand something, they are seriously going to make it known. And let's say, so if you guys were here with me on Tuesday, on Tarot Tuesday, you guys found out that I had Jesus in the house, literally for the first time, where spirit came to give messages for the person I had been reading for earlier in that day, and actually gave readings, messages for people that were in here on Tarot Tuesday, free readings. So he had a message for me after, and then I kind of got an ego. See, listen, I'm being super honest with you. I'm not going to get into details because I'm not there are certain things of my personal life that I can't get into, and I just won't at this point. In especially my love life. I'll just say it, right? So there is a certain message that Jesus, let's be honest, it was Jesus, that he gave me a message for myself. And I woke up Wednesday morning and I'm like, maybe I didn't really talk to Jesus. Maybe he didn't really have a message for me. Maybe I just made it all up. Maybe I was in ego. I mean, it's a possibility. And then Jesus showed up again at my bed and proceeded to say, no, I really was here. And I'm like, well, maybe I'm making you up right now. And he's like, but you're not. And I'm like, but maybe. And then he said that that he was just a man also. And I'm like, wait a second. I don't think you were ever just a man. He goes, well, an enlightened man. And I'm like, an enlightened man. Oh my gosh. I think he was on scale of enlightenment. I don't think you're down here, Jesus. I think you're like way up here. So Jesus was trying to get me to understand that he really was talking to me. And the funny part is he's like, okay, if you're not going to believe me when I'm saying this to you, I'll make sure you understand. So I picked up my book, and it was a horoscope book. And I'm like, oh, I haven't read this in a couple days, so let me catch up on my days. So I read Tuesdays, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And then I looked at the page number, and it was the number that I get as a sign and a symbol for myself all the time. And I'm like, Jesus, is this you? And so then my girlfriend messages me out of nowhere, and she says, oh, I just had this message come up. I'm not going to call people out. And if you choose to say who you were, I'm okay with that, my friends that are out there. And then she's like, there you go. And I was like, okay. So I think I know why I got that message from you and you got it out of nowhere, is because I just was questioning Jesus. And I think he decided to give you that message because I wouldn't question it coming from you. It's one thing if it's coming from me and it's my ego, or I could rationalize it as my ego, right? But I won't ever question my friends, family when they have messages for me. I just don't. I trust them. So I know that was from him doing it. Then I had a reading later that afternoon, and I can't tell you how many times my person that I was doing the reading for literally was giving me messages, and I know that it was also Jesus helping me out with that. So, and then at the end of last night, Wednesday, of course, I like certain tarot readers, and one of them is JJ Butterfly on Instagram, and also Nylea Guerrero. So I read one of Butterfly JJ Butterfly, or Butterfly JJ, maybe it is, that's her name. And it was really cute. But then I read Nylea's, and I'm like, I could try and say, oh, that's not for me with Butterfly JJ. But then I go, I can't. She's literally saying everything where I was today. She said, well, if you're questioning if you're getting signs, here's your sign. She literally says, here's your sign. If you are questioning if this is your person, there's your sign. If you're questioning that Spirit's giving you messages, here's your sign. And I could not deny it. I'm like, okay, I get the message. Jesus, you were here with me. I trust you. I believe that you were here and did it for me. So I've already acknowledged that it was indeed Jesus. Long story short, I accepted the truth. But it's just funny because I want you guys to follow the signs, because we can be an ego and say, oh, that's not real or whatever. But the thing is, a spirit will really kick your ass if they need to kick your ass, just so you're aware. So also, one of the other things is, I talk about my keto, so I'm going to bring up keto and, and are you being healthy with your body? It's your temple, So we will talk about stuff like that in here. Hi, Beverly. So we will be talking about so many different things, and mental health, we'll talk about that, because, I've talked about, even with Teddy, anxiety, and I know so many people struggle with depression as well. And if you guys can have an outlet where you can see that other people struggle with the same things that you might be struggling with, I want you to know that's available and that's here. That we are talking about these kind of conversations, okay? And I'm a witch, so we are going to talk about witch and Wicca kind of stuff. Witches, witchcraft, spells, Wicca, it's all in there, the gamut. Let's see, spirituality. So I do have a friend named Pete that, so my healing side, I'm going to be bringing that up, my healer side. And Pete's one of my shaman buddies, and he's a healer as well. And, sometimes I really have felt that the conversations that Pete and I have would help so many people, especially when you need to process certain things. And when we process certain things together, when things come up in our lives, sometimes we need to process them through. And having Pete and I working together synergistically, sometimes we just help each other, and we could help so many people, I feel. So Pete will be on here with me sometimes. And listen, my sister Normie is now Normie and I talk about sex all the time. But she'll be one of my people that are on here talking about sex with me as well. And she is now selling adult toys, and stuff that goes along with it. So we're going to have Normie coming on, and we'll be talking about sex as well. So what else? What else do we have that's coming up here? We're going to listen. My brain is funny because Spirit is literally always like making jokes and making me laugh. And I have like little videos and scenarios that play in my head, and I just want to bring some of them to life in video form so that you guys hopefully will laugh along with me. Like, I have some really funny things that I'm going to be bringing up, and some serious, right? So, and I will hopefully be having people, like doing interviews with some people. I'm going to try and get some people on here. One of the people I want on here is my girlfriend who sells Urban Edge. She's made it. She's created it. She is the mastermind of this. This one is Let Go of the Negative Shit. And she has sprays, and I don't know if you can hear the jingling in there. But there's stones, and she has essential oils and stones, and it's literally shaman blessed and Reiki charged. So these products are amazing, but I would love for her to come on and tell you guys all about it. Hi, Adriana. How are you, honey? Oh my gosh, you just got kicked off because your phone is almost dead. Ah! As soon as I get home, you'll be back. Yay. Oh, Ashley, that is the sweetest. Thank you so much. Hi, Bill Davis. Toys are cool. Listen, toys are cool. And we're going to be talking about them. Not necessarily tonight, but we will be talking about them. And we're going to be talking a lot about self-care because I think it's so hugely important. I think everybody should self-care, especially I think now with COVID coming around. I think one of the things that really was so important is that we realized that we needed to focus on ourselves and not be doing a bunch of crazy shit all the time. So I think this is something that's going to really help for those of us who just have that uneasy feeling still, like they don't know what exactly it is, but they know there's something they're supposed to be doing, but they don't know exactly what, and they're just feeling in this like weird space. And so this is hopefully where we're going to help do that. And we're going to talk about self-love, of course, duh. Let's see, what else? Maybe do some crazy stuff, like maybe do some crazy stuff, like some of the things that I've always wanted to do. And this is going to sound super crazy because I know I can't do it now because of COVID, but I want to do some challenges. Like, one of the challenges I've always wanted to do is just wear a sign or have a sign and have a shirt that says free hugs and just hug everybody. And because I'm a hugger. So, maybe make a social experiment and really go and do something like that. And, you know, the other thing is like, I'd like to get a couch and put it on the corner someplace, and closest big city to me is Rochester, New York. Go and take a couch, and if I need to get a permit with the city or something, just use that space and say, hey, I'm going to listen to you, and maybe come and listen to strangers and their problems, right? Because sometimes not everybody has their best friend or a best friend. Sometimes they don't have a family member to listen to them. And sometimes it's just great to have a perfect stranger listen to your stuff when you just need somebody to talk to get it out of your head, right? And a stranger is the perfect way to do that. So I have all these crazy things. Hi, Tony. I love you, Tone. Yes. Yes. We are coming to the Battlefield Bash, right, Teddy?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear? He said, yep. Yes, now with this COVID, they may think I'm crazy. Listen, I can't do it during the winter months. So those crazy kind of things will probably have to wait till it gets warm again here next year. I know. Tell Casey I love her and my crazy invisible Brie. right? So, yeah, if you guys need a tattoo and you're going to be in Maryland, you need to go see Tony DeVille's place, DeVille Inc., right? That's what it's called, right, Tone? Tell me.
DeVille Inc.
Yeah, it is DeVille Inc. That's what I thought. I was right. Listen, that's where I got my tattoo and my tattoo. Boop, boop, boop. The one on my neck I got locally here in Rochester way before I met Tony. Well, it was in Ontario, New York. So they will be all with us at the bash. And some new faces too. Listen, Tony, I have a new tattoo that I want. I've been thinking. Teddy does too, he said. I have a new tattoo that I want. Maybe.
I want Godzilla on my arm.
Maybe right here. A Unilome.
Godzilla.
He wants Godzilla. Tony, he wants Godzilla. Yes, DeVille Inc. See, I was right. Let's see. So, and this is the thing is I want you guys to ask questions and I want you guys to be involved. And if you guys have certain topics that you want to talk about, I'd love for you to suggest them. Go to my Psychic Cindy page and just message me, or even on my Cindy K. Thompson page and go, oh my gosh, I had a great idea. What do you think about this, Cindy? And hi, Eric. I'd really love to get your ideas because these are things that I can try and help you guys with, right? Spiritual and non-spiritual, right? Because it's an umbrella of everything, right? But I want to spread happiness and positivity. That is the end, thought process for me, right? Yes, I know, Tony, for God's sake, we're trying to get this reading forever for you. I'm telling you, you guys need to tell me when you want to do your reading. Seriously. Just tell me a time and I'll try and make it work, okay? Personally, I'll fit you guys in anytime. This Saturday, I cannot. And next Saturday, I cannot. But other than that, during the week, at any time, I'll try and fit you guys in. I know, I feel like it has been the 3 years. But
Cindy, you and I just have to take a weekend and just drive down there.
I know, I was already thinking that, Teddy. That's the crazy part. And I was talking to Tony about it at one point, saying, just doing it, and so then I could do readings and stuff too.
Well, let's just do that. Let's just plan and go.
Let's plan and go. Tony, what do you think? We're going to plan and go. Because I would love that personally. Okay, just so you guys know, it's Mountain Dew Zero sugar. I mean, it's still not the greatest, but it'll be okay for my keto. I've been craving bubbles today. Ooh, he said we could do a broadcast and do readings, Teddy.
Sounds good.
Hell to the yeah! Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be fun to do just Cindy in tattoos with Tony? Listen. If I told you guys some of the events that I wanted to do, and I've been trying to contemplate how to create them in person, I think you guys would like it. So this is going to be your every week thing of Thursdays at 9. Yes. Yep. 9. Oh, no. 7 to 9 p.m. No, that's my time. What? I think you're an hour behind me, right, Eric? So is
Why
it
don't you do
8 to 10? Okay. Do you guys like 7 to 9 or 8 to 10? Please put it in the comments right now. Do you guys like 7 to 9 or 8 to 10? Daddy's like, you just ask him. Hi, Doreen.
You honestly could do 9 to 11 if you wanted to.
I could do 9 to 11.
Yeah, because I don't go on until 11.
Tony said he likes 8 to 10. Yeah, Teddy said I could do 9. Wait, what did you say? 9 to
11.
Oh, 9 to 11. No, because that takes an hour away from Chanel, though.
All right, so do 8 to 10.
I can do 8 to 10 because then it gives me some room. So I could do 8 to 10. I have the room for you guys at the shop. You are welcome anytime. We love both of yous. And Invisible John. Yes! It would be 8:20 here right now. Yep, that's what I thought. You were an hour behind us. Oh, Beverly, you're an hour ahead of us? So is it 10:20 for you? Wait, where are you, Beverly? We close at 8 and we can watch some more shows. Ah! That's amazing. That's awesome. That's right. So if you close at 8, then you'd be able to watch the show and you won't miss anything. That's amazing. So wait, are you at 9:21 then too, Beverly? Maybe I'm just a little slow on the uptake right now, you guys. I'm sorry. Listen, it's been one of those days. Woo! It's been one of those days. So music is also, I'm going to figure out, I might do dancing. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes we just need to dance it out. Oh, Bermuda, you're an hour ahead. So it is 10:21. That's amazing. Bermuda.
Sometimes I feel like dancing.
Gonna dance the night away. That's so weird that you just started singing that. I was literally singing it yesterday or the day before. Hang on, let me think. Yeah, it was just a couple days ago. Tony said, I just did a naked pinup of Velma from Scooby-Doo. I'll send it in Messenger. Oh, he said you'll bust laughing. Oh my gosh, I'm dying to see it. That's amazing. I think I just got it. I can't see it yet. Yeah, Tony did. He just messaged it. My gosh, I can't wait. So I think a Unilome. I think that's what it's called, right, Tony? I'm kind of curious for research reasons. Wait, what? For what, Eric? Research reasons about what? What kind of research? Ted showing his age, singing the blast from the 70s. Listen, I know it was 1976. You know how I know? Because it was a song. I was sitting in the front seat with my Aunt Dawn, and she was singing it, and I was listening, and she was dancing in the seat. Because in the front, in the 70s, it was just a bench seat, and kids could sit in the front seat with no seatbelts on. I was like 5 years old or 6. So it was 76 or 77 when this song was on. And my aunt said, I love this song. It's my favorite song. And so I can remember that it's so clear. And her boyfriend had gone into his house. George. Hi, CJ. What? Hey, Bermuda is COVID-free and our airports just reopened. Listen, you don't want anybody from the U.S. coming there right now. Not yet. If you guys are COVID-free, you don't want anybody coming yet. Ask anything. Oh, the Velma pinup. In 76, I was 1. In 76, I was 5. How old were you in 76, Teddy?
You're how old now?
I was 5 in 76.
I would have was born in 67, so 6.
So you're
9 years.
That's what I thought. So I was gonna say 9, because that's what I thought.
9 or 10.
Yeah, because you're 67, you're 4 years older than me, like my sister.
Nice picture, Tony.
In 76, I was born. Really, Tony? That's amazing.
Oh my God.
Ashley was 8. CJ was 7. That's amazing, right, guys?
Wow.
Then I want you guys to think about what you were doing when you were 8, 7. What were you doing, Tom, at 1? So funny.
Nobody needs to know what Tom was doing.
Yay, you just turned 44 on June 2nd. Oh, I'm so I hope I didn't miss your birthday. Maybe I did though. I'm sorry, Tony. I haven't been on Facebook very much. Yeah, Eric says I wasn't even thought of in 76. But you know what? You were already in your mom's ovaries. That's a thought process, right? So you were already technically thought of. Bill was 14. Oh, you were -8. You weren't born yet. Oh, -8. That's so funny. Oh my God. Tom said, LMAO, hush up, Ted. Playing in the cornfields with your older brother. That's amazing. That's amazing.
I was probably playing in the weeds.
Listen, at 5, it was a rough life for me. I don't want to depress anybody. I'm not kidding. 5 was a rough age for me. Touche. Yes. See, women are born with all the eggs they're ever going to have. Isn't that a crazy thought? Women are born with all eggs of all the children that could possibly be. They're born with them. That's just a crazy thought to me. It was a great year for a lot of reasons. Oh, Bill. Are you trying to tell us something, Bill? Is it having to do with the S and the blank and the X word? Let's see. So what else should we talk about? And we only make girls. That's right. We only have the X. You guys bring the... I can't do it this way. The Y. Oh, there were. I could do it that way. The Y. You cut half of that off. And men just continue to produce their baby better all life long. Shut up, Tom. Bill said yes. I knew it. I'm using my psychic powers, Bill. Just kidding. That's hysterical. Let's see. What else? It's 9:30. I have an hour to go, Teddy. Let's see. So, what are some of the other things? What can we talk about tonight? What interests you? So, actually, I was talking about like some of the people that I'd like to get on here to have a talk with. I have a favorite. Where is it? I have a favorite tarot deck. Lightseers Tarot. I would love to have conversations with some of the people that create these, like, and what were they thinking when they made certain pictures or whatever. So I'm gonna look into trying to be able to talk to some of these tarot creators, right? Or other kind of creators. I am going to have my friend Doc Mystical on here at some point. Doc is a buddy of mine, Dr. Mystical, I should say. I call him Doc, Dr. Mystical. And so if you went to look for him on Facebook or YouTube or even actually any of them, if you looked up Dr. Mystical, you would find his name on all of them. And wait, I didn't write something. Maybe my cousin is on my Facebook page. Psychic Cindy. Spirit showing up at your bedside. Not just any spirit. Listen, it was Jesus at my bedside, okay? Thank you, Eric. Perfect. Have a great night. Back to the work. Pressing agents, the people telling you what to do. I hope you have a great night, honey. Let's see. Be East, Eric. I don't know what that means. Yes, you can come on and talk with me, Tone. Oh, Adriana said you can talk about the most impressive experiences as a medium so far. For examples, moments that marked your life, an idea for upcoming episodes. I'm going to write it down actually because I really love it, Adriana. I'm dropping stuff over here. I have my notebook. See?
Tom killed, or Tony killed.
What did he say?
I sent him my new tattoo that I want.
Oh, wait, what did he say? Oh, you sent it to him?
Yeah, I sent it to him what I want.
That's amazing.
I said I was being nice. I said, how much? He goes, really? You're asking me?
I love you, Tony. You're so sweet, Tony. Let's see. Most impressive. Listen, you guys got to see it. Like, I don't know how. See, this is the thing. I mean, hang on. I'm gonna write this, and that was an impressive moment for me with Jesus showing up. That blew me away a little bit. And it's not because what blew me away about it is that Jesus showed up at a witch's live show, right? And this is the thing that I want you guys to know and understand is that we put so many times we put religion in certain little boxes and think that's all that they consist of. That's it. See it? It's a pretty little box. It's got a bow. Leave it there. Don't touch it. But that's not how spirituality works. So I'm going to share with you one of the messages that Jesus gave me after the show. Maybe I even said it on the show because it was after my reading with my client. Jesus had said that that all of us are working on helping your show and helping me succeed. So this is the thing is what he was trying to tell me is that there were no boundaries. There were no barriers, that all of his colleagues that he was speaking about are my gods and goddesses. And Buddha and Allah and Mohammed, right? So he was talking about all of these people are helping. It's not just one that's doing it. It's not just my goddesses, because that's who I believe. And the thing is people think, oh, well, why would Jesus come to a witch? Well, I don't know. You tell me, because I haven't figured that out yet. Whatever. I digress. Because I asked him the same question. and his answer was something along the lines with basically that I'm going to be helping people, right? And the thing is that sometimes we don't understand why Spirit would choose us to give messages or help people or why Jesus would freaking come to me. Of all people, why me, right? And the thing is it doesn't have to do with religion. I don't necessarily per se believe in Christianity. I always felt like there was a lot of hypocrisy and unilateralism on men's side. So I didn't ever equate with it. It just wasn't my cup of tea. And I decided that at age 14. So that's what I was doing at age 14, Bill. I was talking about my spiritual path at 14 and how I was not any longer going to be a Christian. Weird? Yes. But that's okay, right? And the thing is I allowed and I was open to the fact that Jesus would come to me. Why? Because even though he's a different religion than I am, I always still believed that Jesus was a God. Mary Magdalene, being his partner, though the Bible won't tell you that, she was a whore. Why? Because she was with Jesus? Oh, so she got to be a whore because she a woman? Is she tempting Jesus? Whatever. Maybe Jesus just loved Mary Magdalene. Could that be possible? Yes. Anyway, so I always believed that Mother Mary was mother. She's a goddess figure. Mary Magdalene would be a goddess figure for me. All of these people still had places. Like Allah still is a God figure to me. So is Buddha a God figure for me. These are things that I had already rationalized in my brain. I already had thought about these things, and maybe it was just the perfect timing for Jesus to say, okay, let's test that theory, Cindy. Oh boy, did he test it. And I didn't trust because I allowed ego to get in my way. And I looked at my wrist plenty of time, my friends, plenty of time. I do her. Oh my gosh, I love it. Wait, Jasenia's on here? Hi, Jasenia. I don't see her. Hi, Jenny Baltazar. Does my mom stay by my side now, or did she pass over? I'm not doing readings right now, honey. I'm sorry. Thank you so much, Teddy. I didn't see that. Tony Casey always says, what if Jesus was a good talker like Charlie Manson? He could be. Because listen, wasn't it, this is the thing that I've always thought was so amazing, because the Bible says that we are made in the image of Jesus, right? Or God. We're made in the image of God or Jesus. Well, if that's true, we have sinners and we have saints, right? And listen, I'm a crass talking woman that likes to speak the truth, right? And this is the thing is, I was swearing like a trucker when Jesus was standing next to me. I said fuck in front of him several times. And I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be. But this is the thing. If I was made in his image, then Jesus would be swearing right along with me. So think about it this way, Tony. Charlie had to learn how to be a smooth talker from someone. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, and Kelly, thank you. You got back on yours. So funny. Hi, Cheryl. I don't see Cheryl either. Why can't I see you guys? That's weird. Why can't I see you guys?
Well, one, because you don't have your watch party going on one of the other pages, because I'm on the phone with you.
Oh, but no, because I'm not on my psychic, or I'm not on my Cindy K. Thompson page. It's my psychic Cindy page.
Right, but I'm watching the WLFE page because they're on WLFE as well.
Got
when
it.
I shared it, it automatically went there.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
You can't see all the outlets, unfortunately.
Right. That's why. But Tony and Tom, I can see. Oh, is it because I accepted permissions?
Maybe.
Because I allowed WLFE on.
Yeah, so you're probably seeing some of those.
Got it. Yes, Bill. Jesus did witchy things. He sure the frick did. He sure the frick did. He turned water into wine. I don't know any witch that can do that, okay? I don't. I mean,
hey, I can turn a normal person into a drunk.
You can turn a normal person into a drunk? I could. Yeah.
Mom,
and women are a rib bone. That's right.
Mom,
Don't forget it.
I can turn a female into a mother.
Did you just hear Jet? My cute little 15-year-old? He said, I can turn a female into a mother. I can turn ink into money. That's right. Wait, does that mean I can turn spirit into money? Oh, that's terrible to think about it that way. If a witch could make wine, I would marry her. Listen, I mean, I could learn how to make wine. Just take some grapes and some sugar, I think. I wonder if I have to use real sugar. Can I use my keto sugar, Teddy?
Probably.
Get him, youngin'. No, don't tell him that, Tony.
What did Tony say?
Tony said, get him, youngin'.
Yes, sir.
He goes, yes, sir. Lord have mercy. I have not taught my son that. I'll tell you right now. I told him to keep it zipped up. I
Yeah,
did.
You don't need no kids.
He goes,
Not yet.
no, you told me wear a condom. He said, wear protection. So that means I told you to white light yourself and stay away from girls.
No, you told me to don't be silly, wrap my willy.
He goes, no, you told me don't be silly, wrap your willy.
Look at you.
Listen, I told you my
Cold
kids
in
were
our
funny.
house. Yeah.
They got it from somewhere. Keto sugar just lets you go steady. Listen, keto sugar, monk fruit is delicious.
I'm going to the restroom.
Okay. Make sure you jiggle it. Jiggle it just a little bit. Wiggle it just a little bit. Okay. And yeast. Raw sugar is still bad for me, Tone. Can I just use monk fruit? I taught him. Yes. I wish my dad told me that in 76. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Listen, I'm their mom and their dad. I'm the one who taught these boys how to play football and basketball. That's right. That was me. Raise the roof, friends. Shake it more than twice and you are jerking off. That's right, Tom. Just saying. I agree. Thank you so much, Tony. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. You know it does. Absolutely. And listen, I get emotional. That could choke me up. I didn't get to write it down. I am going to go back, and if you guys write anything in here. Hi, Tim. How are you, buddy? Tim is getting tattooed at the bash. Oh, is he really? Tim, are you really? Tony, I want to get tattooed at the bash. I'm telling you, I want a unilome. Is that what it's called? I think it's called a unilome. Tony pinning comments from the can. That's amazing. Yeah, my boys. So I have 3 children. For those of you who do not know, my daughter Jessica is going to be 29 next month. I was only 2 when I had her. That's not true. I just told you I was 5 in 76, so we know that's not the truth. I'm okay with my age. I'm 49. Let's see. Jansen is 17 and Jet is 15. So they've already had their birthdays. And Jansen and I had COVID birthdays. Wah, wah. Jet had a non-COVID birthday since it's in January. So Tom, you should come to Gettysburg. Are you coming to Gettysburg, actually, Tom? We can change that.
A problem has occurred in the games that I'm not allowed.
Wait, what can we change?
Yeah.
That's right, girl.
No. You're just like you're not allowed.
Kelly is my cousin. For you guys that may not know or do know. Let's see what else. Okay, so that was a pretty big deal on Tuesday, to be honest. That was a pretty big moment when I realized that Jesus was standing next to me. The funny part is I'm always saying, what am I saying? Jesus, take the wheel with one of my friends, Adriana. What else do we say? I say, Lord have mercy. I say that all the time. And I had the Lord right here. On my left, he was right here. Let's see. It only gets better with age. No worries. Thank you. I agree. Listen, I have never felt old. I don't feel old. I think age is just a state of mind. So I don't think I am getting to Gettysburg this time. Money in, having to stay close to Dad. Oh, right. But Selma Mansion in September. Really? I don't know anything about that. You need to tell Teddy and I. I need to know about that. Selma Mansion. Is that like Selma, Pennsylvania? Listen, I don't know. It's a different state. I want to go. Where were we talking about on Paratalk Radio on Monday? There are some places I really want to go. Oh, Teddy knows about it? Okay. I'm going to ask him when he gets back. Oh.
I am back.
Oh, you are back. He's back in the saddle. Oh, Tim said Selma's not bad. It's interesting. What? You have ice cream? Teddy. Listen, I have keto ice cream in the freezer. I could actually break it out. Get one on you soon. Time works it all out. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, it is. Selma, Pennsylvania. What? That was pretty cool. Oh, it is in Norristown, Pennsylvania, Tom said. So did you know about that Selma Mansion? I want to go do that, Teddy.
All right.
I need to know the dates, though. Hi, Steph. How are ya? I need to know the dates, though. Okay. Anybody have any questions for me? Let's see. What else can I think of for the first time? What else are we going to get into? My son is actually kind of being a little quieter on his game today than he was on Tuesday. Oh, geez. I was just looking at my thing, and I'm like, that doesn't look right. Still look at it. I just fixed it, but it was like tilted. I was like, what's going on? It's got my little Merkaba. And Merkaba is with Metatron, Archangel Metatron. So this is pretty awesome. It's got the chakras around it. See them all? And this is definitely some amazonite. No, what? This is amethyst and silver. It's beautiful, right? We'll be doing crystals and stones. Yeah. So are there demons? Well, because I'm a witch, Bill, I don't prescribe or subscribe to the idea of demons, because that's actually like a devil kind. Yeah, it's with the Christian philosophy and religion in regard to, you know, the devil and heaven, whatever. So no, I don't believe in demons per se. Amethyst, my crystal has. Yeah. Is Selma Mansion the event there, then a ghost hunt at night? Oh, are they having an event and then a ghost hunt, Teddy?
Could be, I think.
What kind of ice cream is that green ice cream? Is it mint chocolate chip?
No, it's
Pistachio?
vanilla bean.
Oh, it's vanilla bean? It looks green. It's just because it's dark. He's literally sitting in the dark. Oh, Selma Mansion's event page. Tom, can you send that to my my Psychic Cindy page, or my Cindy K. Thompson page even? On my messenger? I agree. I just went for the throat.
He can send it to me.
That's
I'll
okay.
send it to you.
Or you can send it to Teddy and he can send it to me. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, I already have it.
Oh, look, you put the light on. He finally put the light on. I like, so in not, I look at things instead of demons and evil. I look at things as, my knee. This is my knee, just so you know. I'm a super white. I changed my table back, Kelly, and now my table is higher than the other one. So I look at things actually as positive and negative, or, I don't look at it as black, and I guess it could be black energy or entity, whatever. But I just look at it as negative and positive as opposed to evil and good. Does that make sense? Thank you so much, Tom. I appreciate it. Oh, Tim said I had a huge thing happen to me at Selma and then driving home from the event. What? That's amazing. Wait, what do you mean, Kelly? But you? I don't know what that means. What did I say? Oh, but you have more space. But I don't need it because I have nothing back there behind my computer. I put the other little table next to me to my right.
Maybe you need a stripper back there to keep you busy.
A stripper? It's got to be a guy stripper. That's all I'm saying. What's he wearing, Teddy? Let's think this through. Let's think this through. Good, Tim. Thank you so much. Bill said, I thought you had a little bald guy running around. Oh, friend request sent too. Okay, perfect. I'll get it after because I have Teddy here and it can't change there. Even though you could hear it ding just now. Aw, thank you. Listen, these guys are awesome. Listen, I love my community, and I really do believe it's a community, whether it's my paranormal community, whether it's my psychic community, whether it's my friends and family community, whether it's my clients, it doesn't matter. I have the most amazing community, seriously. It's really, and everybody has each other's back, so I appreciate that. Or you could just get a stripper pole, and that would go along with the whole feeling like dancing thing that you mentioned earlier. LMAO. I do want a stripper pole. Is that weird? Is it weird, Teddy? No, it's definitely not weird. Hi, Osama. I'm the paranormal community. Yay, Bill! That's awesome. Let's see. What could I bring up? What could I talk about? Adriana had said I could talk about things that had happened, major moments of being a medium. Oh my God. Tony said, no stripper pole. Because Teddy will get on it too. And Invisible John too. But if it's at my house, they'll have to come to my house to get on the stripper pole. You sent me a question? Oh. All right, hang on, Teddy. I'm just gonna check it over here if I can. Yikes. You sent it on Messenger, right, Tone?
I gotta get ready for my show anyways.
Oh, you sure do, friend.
You look like you're good to go.
I appreciate you. You helped me. Osama said he's in the community too. Oh, Ted and Toad.
He sent it in the feed, he said.
Oh, wait, he sent it in the feed? Oh, in the feed? I didn't see it. All right, let me look. I'm going to look.
I have a question. When and how did you know you were psychic? I mean, psychotic. I mean, psychic.
Okay, that's a good one, actually, Tone. So, so at the age of 14, I had that's when I can remember a lot of the first things. Like I can remember at 14 having a dream and it coming true. And it was really hard on me because I thought I could have saved a man, because what I had done is I had a dream that that I was reading a paper and the headline said "Man dies," and then it proceeded to explain the whole article. Well, 2 weeks approximately later, I was sitting on the couch reading the newspaper, and there was the exact headline, and that man died, and it was in a construction accident of some sort. And I'm like, oh my God, I dreamt this. I saw this. I've done this before. It's deja vu or something. I dreamt this before. I could have saved this man. And I was so angry. I was so angry because I could have saved him. I could have saved him. And I didn't understand why I couldn't save him, right? Oh, well, if I was supposed to see this, why didn't I save him? Well, there was just weird things that would happen after that. My uncle's niece, he's my mom's sister's husband. His niece was murdered on Thanksgiving when I was 13, and she was 14, and it was a huge unsolved case to this day. And I can remember seeing Wendy and talking to Wendy, or always feeling Wendy, right? And, I never thought anything about it. So I was 14 and I remember these things about Wendy. And I just thought it was weird, right? Like, I just have a really good imagination. I have a great imagination. And time goes by. Listen, I've dreamt about every boyfriend I've ever had. Some of them I shouldn't have. Not true, because it's their lessons along my path, right? So let's fast forward to all the dreams and all the weird stuff and the dream analysis with my friends in the cafeteria at 15. A little weird, right? I'm sure everybody, and I'm sure you guys knew somebody in your 15-year-old friends range that did dream analysis for fun in the cafeteria at lunchtime. I was weird. Okay, I get it. I was weird. Anyway, so let's flash forward to 1997, and it's March, and I drive down to Florida with my bestie and her husband, and we're going to see our other bestie and her fiance. And I actually brought a tarot deck with me, which I just happen to have right next to me. I had this tarot deck, Tarot Mirror of the Soul by Aleister Crowley. Yikes, not the first one that you should mess with. I had no idea. I just knew that it kept following me around the store I was in. It literally, like, I set it down, and then I'd go to the other part of the store, and I'd be like, oh my God, look at the tarot deck. It's right here now. I'm like, oh, somebody must have moved it. No, it was following me, so I had to buy it. But I asked Spirit, I just said to the universe, I'm like, okay, if you don't want me using this tarot deck, you need to kick me. You need to hit me over the head with it, because I'm not going to get the message unless you do that. So I literally am having this conversation with Spirit, with the universe, and telling them they have to hit me over the head with the answer to this question. And otherwise I wasn't going to get it. We get to Florida. It's Friday night, and we've been driving for 24 hours about. And it was after 5 o'clock when we arrived. I forgot to call my mom, and it's 1997. My birthday has not yet happened, so I'm still 25 technically. A month later, in April, I would be 26. So my son's weird laugh. Okay, weird. Hi, Aquarius. And I get there, and when I finally talk to my mom, I feel terrible because I didn't talk to my mom. We had done dinner, and I was getting we were talking to our girlfriend and her fiance, and we were all just chit-chatting and getting dressed for dinner, and then went to dinner and then came back. I'm like, oh my God, I haven't called my mom. I need to call my mom. Now it's like 9:00 at night on Friday. And my mom is kind of freaking out, and she goes, Cindy, did you talk to Aunt Carol? And I'm like, no, why the hell would I talk to Aunt Carol? And listen, for you kids that don't know anything, back in the day, we had, three-way calling, and we had caller ID and stuff like that. But we had calling cards. Some of you are laughing right now as I say that because you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Calling cards were hooked to your phone number, so you could call using this, and it would basically go on your phone bill. But we also had like collect calls. Well, listen, I'm not using my calling card because it would cost a lot of more money than from, say, my mom three-way calling my aunt and myself. So I told my mom, I'm like, no, hang up with me. You call Aunt Carol and then call me back. It'll be expensive if I do it. She's like, okay. So I was literally, she like freaked me out. I thought something, both of my cousins lived outside of New York State. They don't live in state any longer. I thought something had happened. I mean, they're younger than I am. So I was worried that something happened to my cousins. And so now I'm like, okay, come on, call me back. This is freaking me out, right? It was not very long later. I mean, it was within a few minutes. My mom calls back, and my aunt's on the phone, and I'm on the phone now too. And I'm like, hi, Aunt Carol, how's everything going? Blah, blah, blah. She says, so I need to tell you something. I'm like, okay. She said, I went to a psychic today in Rochester, and because Susie, and I'm like, yes, I know Susie. She says, Susie dragged me with her, and she needed somebody to go with her. I'm like, oh, that was really nice of you to go with her to see the psychic. She needed, somebody to support her. So she's like, yeah. She says, well, while we were there, the psychic looks at me and she says, Cindy? And I hit Susie and I tell her, answer her. And the psychic turns to me and says, no, I'm talking to you. And now I'm thinking, wow, that's pretty crazy. And she says, no, they're telling me Cindy. Cindy. And my aunt worked in the district attorney's office. She knew a lot of Cindy's besides me, her niece. And she's like, oh, I don't know, my niece? And she says, yes, your niece, Cindy. You need to give her this message. She said, you need to tell her she's white Wicca. You need to tell her that candle magic is her proficiency. You need to tell her that my gifts are her gifts, and she needs to be using them. And she's finishing up, and then she tells my aunt something, and my aunt says, and then she says this, but I don't understand what she meant, but maybe you understand it. She told me to tell you not to use the cards. I literally was sitting on a bar stool. Not a real bar stool, but when people have like those what do they call it? They use bar stools for like their breakfast nook thing or whatever. I literally was sitting on a bar stool. I half fell off of that bar stool when she said that. I told Spirit that they had to hit me over the head with it. They just took me 2,500 miles from home, hit me over the head with it, and I damn near pissed myself. So not only did I find out that I was a psychic medium, but I also found out that I was witch, and I wasn't supposed to use the cards that I brought with me to Florida. So now I feel like King Arthur pulling the sword from the stone. That was pretty crazy. But I wanted clarity, so I had made an appointment for this psychic. 2 weeks to the day later that I got that message, I was in her office, and the name of the place was called Angels at Work, and the psychic medium's name was Fran. And I went and saw Fran 2 weeks later, and literally, I kid you not when I tell you this. I brought my aunt with me because she forced me. She literally forced me to go with her, or she forced me to bring her with me. Forced me, yes. And this woman proceeds to tell me, she says, "Your white Wicca, your white witch, and candle magic is your proficiency." I kid you not. She said it verbatim from what my aunt had said to me 2 weeks before. And as soon as she said that, my aunt says, do you remember me? And Fran looks at her and goes, no, should I? And she's like, well, I was here 2 weeks ago. And with my girlfriend, Susie, do you remember? She's like, no, I see a lot of people. And she's like, okay, go ahead. Because she literally said them verbatim, it like raised red flags to my aunt. She's like, oh, she must recognize me from this reading 2 weeks ago. No, she didn't recognize my aunt at all. She didn't know I was the Cindy she was talking to, or about, anyway. And the only thing I gave this woman was my name and my phone number in case she would need to reschedule. That's it. And we didn't have Facebook and all that bullshit back then. So she didn't look me up on the internet. So then she says, and I'm not kidding you when she says, and my gifts are your gifts. I'm like, stop right there. What does that mean? And she said, one day you'll be reading for others the way I'm reading for you right now. That's what I did. I laughed because I thought that's a crazy train thought right there. That's a crazy train thought. I have since apologized to her. I want you to know, because by later that year, I was reading for other people. I allowed my gifts to come through, and I allowed myself to be who I was supposed to be. I was not trained. I have never been trained. The only person who has trained me is Spirit, for me to trust in them. And that's the only, I did, my girlfriend Shar Hacker had a store here in Rochester called Psychics Time. And when we were in Rochester on Edmund Street is when I met Shar. And Shar had this wonderful little thing. She had a witch shop, and it was the most amazing little shop. And I just loved the energy there. And she started doing a little class that she called Mediumship Circle. We would pay $5 donation, and we would all just come in there, and we would do exercises. And basically, we got to play with the gifts that we thought we had. And that's literally all we did. It's so funny because I can remember one of those. It was very impactful for me. This one girl who I'd never seen there. And it's not like I was there a lot. We did it like once a month, and it lasted for about maybe 6 months or something. And so this girl who I'd never seen before, she got a little frustrated because the way things were proceeding. And Spirit was giving this girl messages. And she literally said, she's like, okay, wait, can I just, I have messages to give. I have a message for each person. And we're like, okay. So she literally goes around our circle, and there were probably at least 20 people in the circle this day. It was like it was one of the biggest classes that I can remember. She literally is going through and saying the something, the something, the something, the something. And she gets to me and she says, the channel. And this is 1998, maybe. I think it was 98, because I did a witch class. I did a witch class at the end of 97, and it went until the beginning of 98. So I did a Wicca class to learn about Wicca, because I had read books and stuff, and I was solitary, but I wanted to do a class. So I did the class, and it was till 98. And that's when I found out that there was a witch shop in Rochester. So then I went to the witch shop in Rochester. And then that's when I met Shar. So it had to have been 98 that I met, and we did this class. And I didn't know what a channel was, and I didn't understand that. And I had started doing, like Shar would need help doing seance. And one of the things we would do is we would have two mediums there. Shar was one medium, obviously, and then I was the other. And we always sat across from each other. We never sat next to each other because it always would have felt like an imbalance of the circle. So we always did it to balance the circle out. And I gave messages, and I hadn't even, it was the craziest thing. So I just went with it. I didn't have formal training or anything. I never have. But those were some of the craziest things I've ever done. I have some even crazier experiences. My daughter's spirit guide, Jessica, came with me to a couple of the seances at Shar's because she was young. She was like, 98. She was 7 years old. And she wouldn't even been set. Hang on, let me think here. This could have been even 99 because I felt like she was 8 years old, but Jessica was awfully tiny. So she was 7 or 8. So it was either 98 or 99 at that point. But depending on where we were in the year, because Jessica's birthday is not till August, so it depends, because she could have been 6 or 7. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm confused right now. I thought she was 8, to be honest. So it could have been 99. So Jessica, I tell her, she was sitting by Shar because we just didn't want her to bother me. So she sat next to Shar, and I said, you have to be very quiet. You can't come see mommy and stuff. You have to be quiet and sit in circle. So she would, 3 times she did this. She got up very quietly and started walking halfway around the circle. And I'm telling her, no, Jessie, you have to go sit back down. So go sit down. The 3rd time of this child, because I had gotten up this time to tell her, no, Jessie. The 3rd time this child is coming toward me, all of a sudden I get this huge 9 to 12 foot being in my face, and they go, let the child speak. I about shit myself right then and there, and I proceeded to go and sit down, and I said, go ahead, Jessica, you need to talk. She goes and sits down, and I kid you not when I tell you this, she went around that circle and gave everybody in that circle a fucking message. I kid you not. It blew Shar and me away. So just a question. So does my children have psychic abilities? Yep. Yep, they do. Yes, they do. If you had asked Jessica as she was growing up and getting older, when she was younger, she believed, because obviously, right, she was giving messages. As she became a teenager, she's like, I would tell, they're like, oh, so does your daughter have the gift? And I'd be like, yes, she does. And she's like, no. Like a teenage brat. No. Rolling her eyes. And now, as she's gotten older, she's like, Mom, she's like, do you think that Spirit would have taken my gifts away? And I'm like, no, Jessica. Nope. She's like, well, I don't think I have the gift anymore. I'm like, yes, you do, honey. Just let yourself have it. And she literally started opening herself back up again. And she's like, yep, I still have it. I'm like, I know. Yes, I know. So I have this to add. My daughter likes teasing me about certain relationships in my life. And I literally stopped her and I said, okay, I've had enough. I want you to look into that relationship and what you see. I want you to really do this. And she's like, Mom. Literally, we were on the phone, but I knew what my daughter's face looked like exactly when she said that. And what I just showed you is exactly what her face looked like. And I told her, I'm like, just tune in, Jessica. I'm letting you tune into me. It's okay. So she tunes into me and she's like, oh. I'm like, yep. Go ahead, say it, Jessica. I know what you're about to say. She's like, I see what you're talking about, Mom. I won't say anything anymore. So in that relationship, she has not said anything else again. Okay. I'm going to catch up on messages. So I learned at 25, a month before my birthday, that I was a psychic medium and a witch. So that was a lot to learn at 25. And then I didn't have any formal training. I've just trained myself with spirit's aid, of course. And I would just play and practice with my gifts, to be honest. If I heard of something new, and I was told I was a channel, I didn't know what that was. So, and I didn't know, even when I was doing those seances with Shar, I had no idea. It wasn't until much later that I understood what a channel was. Receiving messages specifically for a specific spirit. So one of the things that I can do is that I can go to a specific spirit. So if you asked me to talk to your mom that had passed, I would have you say her name, and then I would try to go exactly to that person, because our names are vibrations. And yes, there are more than one Cindy Thompson. But when you're speaking about me and wanted me to talk to me in spirit or whatever, you would say my name, and then they would be able to go vibrationally to my energy, if they can do what I do. So if you said the name and it was Jane Doe, and I went to Jane Doe, I'm not going to get like 30 million Jane Does. No, I'm going to get Jane Doe that is specific to the vibration that you just spoke with your voice, because it has a specific energy pattern. Does that make sense? Each of our names are energy patterns for us specifically. So even women change their names. So as a woman changes her name, it's still the same vibration. We carry that vibration of us with the name change. So when I was born, I was actually Cindy Wilson. And when I was 6 years old, my father, and I took my mom's last name, when I was born, they just put my mom's last name on my birth certificate. So my older sister and myself had the same last name, which was Wilson. And I was 6, and so my older sister had her name for 10 years, because she's 4 years older than I am. So I didn't want to change my name. I didn't want to change my name. But I was 6, so I didn't have much of a say about it. So my name was changed to Cindy Thompson, which is my father's name. So if somebody knew that vibration of Cindy Wilson in reference to me, then it would go to my energy. Does that make sense? So with my daughter, if I said Jessica Casillo, it would go to her vibration, even though her name is changed due to marriage. Yes, my daughter is married. I married her and her husband. So does that make sense to you guys? I hope it makes sense. But I learned that I could do that. And so one of the most famous psychic mediums of all time helped me understand that that's unique to me, especially because not all mediums and not all channels can go to specific vibrations or people. And his name, John Edward. I'm a big fan of John Edward. I love him so much. I think he's fantastic. And John Edward actually taught a lot about me when I watched his show, Crossing Over, on TV many years ago. I was at a show with my girlfriend Renee in Buffalo last year for my birthday, literally on my birthday. And there was a woman who was in the front row with us, just down the row farther. And she had asked John, because she was able to ask a question. She asked John Edward if he could tell her about her family member and if they were okay. And he said, "No, I can't. I can't actually tune into your people unless Spirit's already there and picking them up and highlighting them for me." And I didn't understand that. I was like, wait, what? So I turned to my girlfriend, Renee. I'm like, what did he just say? Did he just say that he can't tune into their people? He can't tune into their people? But he can't specifically go to their people? And she's going, yeah, Cindy. And John Edward is now looking at me because I'm talking to my girlfriend. I'm like, I can do that though. She's like, yeah, Cindy. like, he can't do that. And I learned that a lot of mediums can't do that. I learned that a lot of mediums can't do that. And I was kerfuddled. And yes, I make up words. It's okay. So I didn't know that I could do that. But so whenever there would be something new, I would try it. Like if somebody said, oh, let's try telekinesis, I'd be like, okay, let's try telekinesis. If somebody said, oh, let's try 2 channels, blah, 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 I would try doing it. If they said, let's try this new thing, let's try energy work, I'd be like, okay, let's try it. So literally, I tried energy work and it works. I'm like, hey, I got this new thing. I would do it to my girlfriends and their boyfriends. Like, let me, at parties, no less. Like, hey, let me try this new thing. It's a party trick. It's fine. I can't drink. I don't drink. So let's do this weird stuff at parties and see all the drunk people go, what the fuck is going on? So I would do energy work at the parties and they're like, ooh, this is so good. Are you touching me right now? No, I'm not touching you. It feels like you're touching me. I'm not touching you. It feels like you're touching me. Listen, my hands are like 6 inches away from your body. I'm not touching you. So yeah, so as things would come up, I would just go try and play with them. So I found out a lot of stuff about myself. I had no ideas. Okay, look at your last comment. I'm going to look at, I have to go back really far. Sorry. Oh, okay. I sent you a question. I'm the community. No in the feed. Hi, Christy Schreiber. How are you? Who's on Ted's show tonight? I don't know. I forgot to ask. Tom Butthead laughed. She said it was hard on me. That's my butthead. Casey, from Casey. So was it prepubescent or post? Pre. Well, yes, it was prepubescent because I can remember at 21 driving down 104, going to get off at Holt Road exit. You guys wouldn't know what this is because it's in Rochester area, Webster area. I can remember literally getting off of 104, going onto the feeder, and I literally was saying to Spirit, I thought I was supposed to have some gifts or something. I literally was in my car yelling that to Spirit. Yes, I was a brat. Who knew I would learn 4 years later that I already had these gifts? But at 21, I knew I was supposed to have these gifts. Weird. I just didn't know what I did. I didn't understand what I did. Does that make sense? Yeah, so it's definitely prepubescent. I can remember stuff when I was like 10. The phone would ring and I'd be like, oh, Mom, it's Grandma. She's like, how do you know? I'm like, I don't know. I just know. Can someone do warlock things but not be psychic? So this is the thing. The word warlock is actually bullshit. It's witches. Everybody's just a witch. You're a witch if you're a guy or a girl. No such thing as a warlock. But yeah, you can be a witch and not be psychic. But I believe everybody's psychic. So maybe that's not possible. I believe everybody's psychic. I believe everybody has intuition. And I believe that you have your automatic intuition, your gut instinct, right? I believe everybody is psychic. Not that everybody is like me. Oh, I wouldn't wish that on people. Seriously. It could lead some people in the cuckoo's nest. Yes, yes, yes. So did Teddy. So did Teddy what? I don't remember. I'm really far behind in these comments, so I'm sorry. Someone do world? Wait a sec. Did you say that you were weird? No, I still am. I beg to differ. You still very much are weird, but it is one of your best qualities. Thanks, Tone. I love the word weird. I used to say it all the time as a teenager, and my mom would always say, you're not weird. You're unique. And I loved my mom for that because I was a 15-year-old kid forever saying I was weird. I'm weird, Mom. Listen, I knew I was weird. I'm the only one at the cafeteria. My friends come to me. Okay, Cindy, I have this dream. I'm like, oh, bring it on. Bring it. What? Who does that? Let's see. That's because you don't take the cards. The cards pick you. Listen, the cards did pick me, but I wasn't supposed to use that deck. Listen, with this deck, So one of the things that you're supposed to do when you get a new deck, I've heard a lot of things. People say that somebody's supposed to give you a deck of cards. You're not supposed to buy your own deck. Listen, I am an emancipated woman, I guess. I thought so I think I've had these since I was like 22 or 23, before I knew I was a witch. So I had these tarot cards for a long time. I just bought them myself. But this is the thing. See the name right there, Aleister Crowley? I had no idea who that was. That's a famous witch in my world. And a scary one. A scary witch. So one of the other things you're supposed to do is to get to know your deck, you should put your tarot deck under your pillow for a week. Just to get to know them. Well, I did this, and I had weird dreams. Super weird dreams, like bloodthirsty, sacrificial, killing shit kind of dreams. And I didn't know it was my deck of cards. So when I went to Florida, the reason I asked Spirit if I should be using these cards is because I had been using that deck under my pillow for a week. Up until that day that we left, that Thursday we left to be there by Friday. Guess what kind of dreams I had? Scary, bloodthirsty. If I were to classify anything as evil, those dreams were evil because they were killing people. And it was bloody dreams, murderous dreams. The scariest shit I've ever seen. And I love horror movies, by the way. Scary shit. And it finally dawned on me like, the last time I put these tarot cards on, I remember having scary dreams. And now I just did it again. Spirit, you better tell me. And I didn't call him Spirit back then. It was the universe. The universe, if you don't want me using this, you better tell me. Hit me over the head. They hit me over the head. Yeah. So CJ, yes, the cards may pick you. And I do read from those cards. And I can read from those cards. And I've read for myself because those cards will still call me to this day. So every now and then I do pick them up for myself. And I've used them actually for my Tarot Tuesdays and stuff. They are who they are, and I allow them to be who they are. Right? Does that make sense? Hey, Aquarius. Yes, I am still very much weird, Tom. So how do you know what spirits come to you and who they are for? Ashley, that is an amazing question. And those are amazing things and amazing questions, because this is the thing is sometimes I don't know and understand who they are. I know that probably sounds weird for you guys and hard, like, well, how is she going to help me? I sometimes don't know when I'm doing a reading if they're dead or alive because their energy is so strong still. It's hard for me to know all the time. I mean, they will usually clarify, and if I can't or they won't clarify, I have the human being in front of me clarify for me, because sometimes I just don't know if they're alive or dead. And sometimes the person I'm talking to, they're like, well, I know that person, but they're still alive. I'm like, that's all right. I still pick up energy for people who are alive and people who are dead. It doesn't matter. So yeah, sometimes it's hard for me to differentiate. And a lot of times I may know who they're for because I can feel an energy pattern related to them. Does that make sense? So when I'm doing group readings, and I have like a spirit that I feel like is coming from my right, I just go and I have to feel like, okay, I have this spirit for you. And then as I get closer to them, I can feel who it's actually for. Does that make sense? Any chance you are familiar with Dawn Krug work? I don't know who Dawn Krug is. I'm sorry. I'll have to look her up now, though. Tony, is there any difference between a medium and a psychic medium? So this is how I've always done it. Every medium is a psychic, but not every psychic is a medium. Does that make sense? that was always the best way that I knew. Verbatim. You're so crazy. Hi, Elizabeth Noto. Have you ever been in an altered state of mind and felt the need to give someone a reading just out of nowhere? I'm rarely in an altered state of mind. So this is the thing. Have I been high before? Sure, I've been high before. Pot, alcohol, sure. I don't do hard drugs. I have experimented one time in my life with something a little harder than pot, but that was it. And then I didn't need it or want it, so it wasn't like a big deal to me. I don't have like an addictive personality when it comes to drugs or alcohol. Actually, I'm allergic to alcohol, so it's not. And I had an alcoholic father, so it was never a turn on for me. Have I gotten drunk before? Absolutely. But for the most part, in altered state and given someone a message, I don't think so. I'm never really, I mean, have I taken a shot or had a drink and given messages? Sure. But I've never been in an altered state. When I was smoking pot, no, because I don't even do that very much because I have anxiety and it would bother my anxiety. So I'm like, ah! So I don't do it. No, but I've been in bars. So listen, I'm a super cheap date. I would go to bars and clubs and I wouldn't drink anything, but I would get inebriated by all the people around me. And I could feel if they were using drugs because I would feel it as well. And when my daughter was a teenager, if her friends were doing drugs, I could feel it. And I'd be like, get the fuck out of my house because you're fucking me up. Because I would feel their drugs and like the crazy that they were feeling in their head. And it was more than pot, my friends. Damn beer typos. I have been in a bar and given somebody a message and man, I reduced him to crying and I felt bad. And he was a client after that and still is, actually. There are questions people ask, not meaning to just mine. And it just skipped ahead. Yes, I did. I went back, Tom. You haven't lost me. So crazy. We'll have to stream of consciousness, friends. Stream of consciousness. Margaritas all around. All that from one question. Yep. Hi, Michelle Stein. How are you? Oh my God, I would love to do that, Tony. That would be fantastic. Oh, Dawn is from Sayre, Pennsylvania. That's interesting, Ashley. Have you had anyone try to come to during this live? Oh, wait. Have you had anyone try to come to me during this live right now? No, probably because I'm talking way too much. No, because I've so I have an automatic security system. That's it's just what I have and what I do. I call it being on lockdown. So my spirit guides, my spirit friends, my gods, my goddesses, they protect me. My angels, they all protect me. I'm on lockdown because I keep my chakras completely wide open. I can't imagine closing them because it freaks me out. They literally keep me on lockdown. So I don't have a lot of stuff. Like if I go out to Walmart, the hospital, crazy stuff. But if I wasn't on lockdown, I would be crazy. I was just at the hospital in the ED on Saturday night. And thankfully, I just paid attention to my phone and paid attention to the kid in the thing next to me because I was already watching the land from the 1800s, the hospital from the 1800s. I was watching people in different formal attire. Oh gosh, it was crazy. I just watch a bunch of stuff and I see a bunch of stuff. in Philly, Pennsylvania. I am supposed to go to Philadelphia, Tom, because one of my clients is there, and she's like, "Oh my God, you need." I'm like, "We got to go. We got to go." So, yeah, I think I caught up. Is there any other questions that I missed? Did I get all your? Oh, well, I hope you guys learned something about me. And I was 25 when I was told I was a medium, but I was a medium long before that because of Wendy, especially. Wendy is the one who taught me. And it was funny because I didn't realize that. I didn't even realize that it was Wendy that I was tuning into until just a year or two ago. And I'm like, oh my God, it was Wendy that I was talking to all those years ago. Because it was funny because she would just pop into my head, and I just thought it was weird random thoughts. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking about Wendy. Like, it's weird that I'm thinking about Wendy. And then I would have certain thoughts, and I feel like I'm having a conversation with her, and then I don't pay attention. I just have this whole conversation with her. Well, I didn't understand that was being a medium, and I was actually talking to a dead girl. I had no idea at 14 that's what I was doing. And it wasn't until I was 47 or 48 before I realized, oh my God, I was talking to Wendy back then. It was crazy. Dawn is supposed to be one of the best, I guess, back home. I never saw her, but I know a few people that have. Oh, that's cool, Ashley. No, I haven't heard of her. That's interesting. Listen, a psychic medium is always looking for a good psychic medium, my friend. Let me know when you come here. We can meet up for a little bit. Heck yeah, Tom. Listen, why don't you just go? Oh, you can't go to Gettysburg. I forgot. When we get time to tattoo you, you have bring me a steak. Wait, you have to bring you a steak? You've never had one? I have never had one. Wait, what do you mean? Tony, you have to tell me. Oh, a Philly cheesesteak. Okay. Okay. Oh, shit. Yes. A real Philadelphia. Listen, when I go to Philly, there are a lot of places that I need to go and because their food. Do you find it easier to do a reading person to person live, or does that not matter? So long before we ever had. So I use this a lot to do my video chats with my people. I just send them a link and they come and meet me, and then we can actually talk one-on-one. And I freaking love this. And especially since COVID, I haven't done one-on-ones. When the weather started getting warmer, I've done 3 face-to-face things in this whole time. And it's been at a park. So yeah, I haven't done them. I have to be around my mom, who is she's immunocompromised. So I don't like to be around a lot of people. But when we're out in the open, I'm okay with not wearing a mask if you're okay with not wearing a mask. But long before we had video chat and the internet and stuff, I was doing phone calls to Germany to do readings and other parts in Europe. So no, it doesn't matter because it's a vibration and an energy thing. I can pick up energy no matter where. And that probably sounds very strange. And listen, this is the thing, is I'm not going to say every psychic medium is like me, because I have learned, especially from John Edward, one of my favorites, that they're not like me, right? I'm different than some mediums. Am I different from all of them? No. And you know what? There may be better ones than me. But all I do is I believe in my gifts. I believe that I do a great job. And so if you ask me, oh, do you think you do a good job? Yeah. Yep. I do a good job. I don't have a lot of complaints. And you know what? The people that were complaining, it's because they didn't listen, and I told them so. And 2 out of the 3 people, that's it. 2 out of the 3 people that I have actually heard from and said, I didn't get anything out of this. Well, you may not have gotten anything out of it because you weren't listening. Maybe that's one of the issues you have in this life, is that you don't listen. And I said that to them. And I'm not going to pull punches. If I think you're being an asshole to me and not listening to me, I'm sure as fuck going to tell you, maybe that's an issue you have in this lifetime. You don't listen to people. You need to stop what you're doing and listen to people. And you know what? 2 out of those 3 people were from Buffalo psychic fair that I did there. And guess what? Those 2 people have since come back to me after that happened. Probably within 2 years after their readings. Within 2 years, both of them had, one of them was shortly. It was about a year later. That was the longest. The other one was within 6 months. And the woman said, I am so sorry. She wrote me an email. It was amazing. She said, I am so sorry. I understood everything you were talking about. The other woman came back to the show and said, I understood everything you were talking about. I'm so sorry that I didn't understand it then. I'm like, that's okay. You weren't supposed to understand it then, but as long as you understand it now, that's all that matters, right? And so the third one, she still has a problem listening. Hey, KJ, how are you? All right, let's see. So I find it easy anyway. I just tune into your energy, whether you're in front of me or over the internet or on the phone with me. It's just an energy thing. Yes, Tom, there is lots of good food there. Listen, I'll have to break my keto for it. Let's see. Beverly says, good night. It's 11:30. I'm heading off to bed. Cindy, it was great tuning in, and thanks for sharing with us so much tonight. Love and light back to you, Beverly. Thanks so much for coming in from Bermuda with us. Michelle, what do you recommend to help expand one's spirituality? Not sure where to start. Well, I did kind of answer this to Ashley earlier, which is, listen, because it's a spiritual journey and you need to learn about yourself and really trust yourself, because for a long time, I needed to be validated. I wanted people to validate me. I don't need to be validated anymore. I'm going to give you the message, and I know and I trust what I'm being given, and I'm going to give it to you. And I know that it's the truth because Spirit gave it to me. And do I enjoy hearing the validation? Sure, I enjoy hearing it. It's a lot of fun, right? I don't need it anymore because I trust Spirit. And so do I believe in my gifts? Absolutely. But it starts with you and having that trust and confidence in yourself. So I'm going to tell you the same exact thing that I told Ashley, which is you got to love yourself. So it's all about a self-love journey. It starts with self-love. It's learning to love yourself. Start little by looking in the mirror. You have to go to wash your hands after the bathroom. So look in that mirror and say, I love you. Fill in the blank with your name, friends. I love you, Cindy. You freaking rock. You're amazing, right? And look in your own eyes. I do that all the time. You're beautiful, girl. I say that all the time too. There's a song. I want you guys to all go listen to it. It's amazing. It's I'm amazing. I'm wonderful. Jet, do you remember that song? I'm amazing. Isn't that what it's called? Can you look it up for me really quick? Maybe I can look it up. I forgot Teddy's not on there anymore, is he? I do not want to compete for time and energy with him. But it is, I'm going to look it up right now. I'm amazing. No, that's not it. No, it's not Peter Gabriel. Damn it. I know it says something, brother. Brother, I'm talking to you. You're amazing. I wish I could remember the name of it. Damn it. It's not I'm amazing because that one says Peter Gabriel. That's not the one I'm looking for. It says literally, I'm amazing. I'm beautiful. And it says I'm a miracle in there as well. I know it if I saw it. Yeah, right. And you were afraid you couldn't finish your last hour. Ta-da! Let's see. KJ said, I've been feeling like I got a gift for reading people as well. KJ, you know you can talk to me, boy. You got my numbers. You know how to reach me. Dude, what? I just saw you not that long ago, boy. So KJ is one of my nephew's friends, and I do know him IRL in real life. So KJ, you can just give me a call. Let's see. Tom says, I've seen John Edward in person twice with my mom. The second time I saw him, I saw what looked like a force field around him. Thought it was just me, but I saw others that were there that day saying the same thing. It would not surprise me at all that you saw that. That's amazing, actually, that you saw that. Because listen, we literally protect ourselves so much. Like before I do a reading, I protect myself. And the thing is I've been doing readings so much in my house that I literally just go, okay, I'm white lighted, and I don't even have to see it. I know it's there. I can still feel it. Then what is the other thing? I also white light the other people. So if he has done something, well, I know that he says a prayer too. He's Catholic, so he says a prayer and protects himself every time before he comes out and does a show. So I do know that about John Edward too. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if you saw a force field around him. That makes complete sense, because it's basically exactly what we're doing is we were protecting ourselves with a force field. And I ask for all my people, because I literally say I'm in and of the white light. Only the highest and the best are allowed. That's it. That's what I say. That's what I protect myself with. And you know what, you guys? One of the things is our electronic devices, you need to be protecting yourself and protecting your devices, your computers, your monitors, your phones, your tablets. Those are all electronic devices. And just so you know, shit can come in and go out of them, because it's happened to me. That's a story for another day, though. And but you have to protect it. So quickly, I'll tell you how to do that. Okay, we'll end on this note. Michelle, you're welcome. Okay, good, KJ. Perfect. So this is how you're going to protect your devices. And I'll grab mine so I can show you. Okay, and I'll put it to my main screen. This is my main screen. So what I do is I'm a witch, and I use a pentagram to protect my shit. So I literally do this. I make the shape of a pentagram, 5-pointed star, and I take the last place where I completed the pentagram, and I connect all the points to make a circle. So in my head, there's a circle around my star. So for those of you who are Christian, Catholic, whatever, you want to make a cross, you're going to make a cross, and you're going to connect all the points, because you're going to wrap it in a circle, okay? Because a circle has no beginning and no ending. And a circle is also a protection thing. A circle, like a witch's circle, there's a reason we use a circle to do our stuff in, because it's protected. There's a lot of times why we're using salt, because that's another protection thing. But circles are protective, okay? Nothing can come in, nothing can go out. Does that make sense? So the same thing is true. So I have now just protected it, and all I say is nothing is allowed to come in or out of this device. You are protected. Do you know why it's protected? Because I just freaking said so. That's why. That's a spell I just did, by the way. I've protected my device. It is protected. Do you want to know how? I know. Because I said so. Because I believe it. Because I know it to be true. That's how you do the same exact thing. Do it with all your electronic devices so nothing comes out and nothing goes in. Okay? I hope you guys liked that. Oh, I'm going to write that down so I don't forget that I am going to do the protection story. Sorry, that was my messenger going off because my Pokemon people are talking in the chat. Jansen. story regarding okay, I wrote it down. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning into my very first podcast. Freaking out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I didn't talk too much, and I hope I didn't bore you guys. But if you guys have any questions, if you have anything you want to suggest that you'd like to hear from me, I would enjoy that. So just message me either on my Cindy page or my Psychic Cindy page. Tom, there was nothing in that message. That comment was messageless. Was that purposeful? Teddy's going to be on with Talk with Teddy in just a few minutes. So if you want to go to WLFE DB Radio, or if you want to go to Paratalk Radio, you can catch all of from those, catch his show, and even go to Talk with Teddy on Facebook. He'll be there as well, or on YouTube, Talk with Teddy. So yeah, do it. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming and sharing time with me. I really do appreciate it. I look forward to next Thursday, and hopefully I'll have something planned. You guys have a great night. Thanks you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Mwah! I love you guys. Take care. Have sweet dreams. Talk to you later. Love you, Tony. Tell Casey I love her, and Bree too. You too, Tom. Be blessed. Night, guys.